Hi guys, Jen here, and we are finally cooking again. I don't even have a good reason as to why I haven't done one of these in a while, except for, I don't know, busy with school. I make a lot of the same things a lot, so, to do another video making the same old thing would be boring. I don't think I've done this one yet, so tonight we are having chicken and broccoli. It's like an Asian chicken and broccoli thing with some rice. This is super simple, very healthy, so let's just get started. The first thing I like to do is make rice. Normally when I make rice, I would make it with some sort of chicken broth. Oh, and I have my steamed vegetables in the microwave and they sound like they're gonna explode. But there's only 8 seconds left, so I'm gonna roll the dice on this one. Anyway, I was gonna say that I don't have any chicken broth to make my rice, but I just remembered that I took some out of the freezer the other night, so I do. Hang on. Okay, so I'm gonna grab that broth real quick. Let's see, yes. Okay, so I made some bone broth a while ago, and this stuff is so good for you, so that's gonna help too. So let's get started with the rice, because that takes a while, and it's early in the day. It's not even lunchtime, but I coach gymnastics and I have that tonight, so I like to have dinner made ahead of time, and this is one of those meals that's just family style, served, heated up in the microwave when you want to eat. So if my husband and girls want to eat before my son and I get home from gymnastics, then it's really easy and everything's already done and cleaned up, which is nice. So here we go. We are going to make some rice first. You can do this in your Instant Pot. A lot of people do. I don't like to. I don't like how my rice turns out in the Instant Pot, and I love the Instant Pot. But I don't know if I'm just like old school or something. I like it on the stove. That's how I seem to get the best rice. So I'm going to turn this down some. That's better. I'm so bright. Okay. So I'm going to do, this is just plain old white rice. I'm going to do 2 cups, even though I'm certain they won't eat 2 cups tonight among them, but I don't eat the rice. But my daughter really likes it for lunch, so I'm going to make extra. So I just put 2 heaping cups of rice in the pan, and then I will do 3 cups of liquid. I don't think I have 3 cups of broth here. I probably should have taken out another jar, but it's okay because I'll do part broth, part water. Not a big deal. If I didn't have broth, I'd be doing all water anyway. So I'm going to see how much I have here. I have almost 2 cups of broth. So I'm going to do about 1.5 cups of water because I find that it dries out really quickly if I don't put enough liquid, and even doubling the liquid might even be a good idea. So just play with it and see what you think. But right now I'm going to get another cup. So there's 1 cup and then 1/2. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to add anything to this rice because you'll see the chicken and broccoli should just go on top of the rice, and that has a ton of flavor. If they want to add stuff to their rice, like salt, pepper, butter, whatever, and want to eat it separately, then they can. I like to just have a very basic plain base, and then they can make it how they like it. So all we do with this now is bring it to a boil. And once it gets to a boil, I will turn down the heat to low and put a lid on it. So while that's going, I'm going to do broccoli and mixed vegetables. I'm going to put it all in the pan because that's what I have. This one is California style mix, and I'm just going to microwave that. You don't have to do this. You can put it in the pan frozen. It's just then I have a lot of extra water to deal with. So I'd rather heat it up first, like steam it in the bag, and then dump it in the pan. Let's see. But before I put any vegetables in a pan, I'm going to cut the chicken. So I am going to use, there's definitely 4 going to be eating this. I might have it, or I might have something else. I'm doing a Whole30. This is actually Whole30 compliant without the rice. So I could eat it. We'll just see what I'm in the mood for. I got this really good chicken sausage that I kind of want. So we'll see. But at the minimum, 4 will be eating it. And that's the thing too, like I'll see how much of it goes, and if there's enough left for me to have it, I'll have some. If not, you know, I'm not too concerned. I'm using almost 2 pounds of chicken for 4, possibly 5 of us. So I think that's pretty good. It stretches it out because chicken's expensive, right? So I'm going to cut this up and then come back to putting it in the pan. Okay, so I've chopped up some onion and I cut up my chicken, obviously not together. So first we're going to saute the onion with a little bit of garlic, then take that off the pan, cook the chicken, and then put it together. So I'm gonna do that with some coconut oil, and just a little tip, see this little jar, get a couple of them. You can buy these at Dollar Tree, okay? Dollar Tree. Coconut oil is expensive, so you know, this is a good way to go. If you're in there, just grab some. I just grabbed like 3 of them, and that gets me through about 2 weeks. So, and I use it for a lot of things. I use it on my skin as a moisturizer, and I use it to cook with, all that stuff. All right, so we're just gonna put a little bit of coconut oil in the pan. I'm gonna bump up the heat a little bit here to about medium-high. And then just gonna put, it's 1 onion, 1 like medium-sized onion cut up. I'm gonna put that right in there. Just like that. Okay, this is another thing I got at Dollar Tree, is a jar of minced garlic. I mean, it's garlic, so who cares if it's from Dollar Tree? It was $1 for this jar. It's perfect. And you know, since this is an Asian dish, I'm gonna add a little bit of this ginger. This is not from Dollar Tree. This is not the cheapest thing, but it is so convenient to buy it in this little squeeze bottle. I do have fresh ginger in the refrigerator, but this is just so much easier to cook with. So I'm gonna just do a little squirt of that right in there. And I don't know, I go heavy on the garlic usually, if I can even fix it. So I just dump a little in, or a lot in. It's garlic, it's good. All right. Man, if you could smell it. The smell of onions, garlic, and ginger is so good. So I'm just gonna saute that until it's like, till the onions are like translucent. And then put in my chicken. One thing I am going to do, I'll bring you over while that does its thing. I've got my chicken here. So I'm gonna season it a little while it's just right here. So maybe I won't put my hand in it. Let's see. So I'll just take a little bit and just sprinkle it on top. Some pink sea salt. This is another thing. I mean, I have this big jar from Home Goods, which is a good deal, but Dollar Tree again, you can get this whole big bag for $1. So I get this for my refills. I just put it in here. Isn't that amazing? Dollar Tree. It's so crazy. Anyway, I mean, this big jar is $8, and this bag, let's see, this bag is 16 ounces, and this is 59 ounces. So one of these days I'll do the math, but still, it seems like a good buy. Anyway, my tip for the day. Oh, so I'm also going to put some pepper on here. It's just good to season your food. People like that. This is a good seasoning oil. I wonder if I should add it. So sesame seed oil. I'm gonna keep that out and think about possibly cooking the rest of it in that. Because that'll add like a nutty flavor, which is kind of good with the coconut aminos. We'll see. All right, so my onions and garlic are cooking up pretty well here. This is the rice. It's now doing its thing where it's simmering, and it's almost done. You can see that it's getting there. The liquid is almost all absorbed. In fact, I may just turn it off and let it sit so it doesn't dry up and stick to the bottom. All right, so this is about done. So I'm just gonna put this right back on my cutting board where it came from, so as not to dirty another surface. Trying to get it all off there. And now maybe I'm gonna cook my chicken with a little bit of this sesame seed oil. I actually forgot that I had it. That should be pretty good. So I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit on the pan. And then I'm just gonna dump the 2 pounds of chicken. I just cut it in cubes, small cubes, like 1-inch cubes probably. Put that all in. Ooh, I can smell that sesame seed oil. It smells pretty good. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands and then be back. Okay, for some reason this chicken took a ridiculously long time to cook, but we're here. It's cooked. So now I'm going to add back in the onions and ginger and garlic. All right, so we're gonna add that right back in. Just like that. I know this cutting board is like overkill, but I use the other one for the chicken. So the rice is done. I have that, wow, it's bright. I have that all ready in a bowl to go in a Tupperware. Now we're just gonna finish up this. Now, this recipe, you can make it with steak, with ground beef. I've never done it with fish, but I suppose some kind of fish. Shrimp would be amazing. Pretty much whatever protein you like. Tofu, you could do it with that. If you're vegan, all of it works. So throw in the protein that you want and go to town. Here's, like, if you really just want an easy cooking tip, like if you just are a non-cooking person and you want to know how to make some healthy meals, all you have to do is pick a protein, pick a good oil, put them in the pan, add some sort of vegetable, and then whatever seasoning you either want to try out of curiosity or you know you love. And you've got a meal. That's all there is to it. I mean, you can even nuke up your vegetables, you know? And then if you want to, add a carb. You know, they even have rice already done that you just microwave in the bag. So I just happen, it's cheaper to buy it that way, and I've finally perfected making rice. It took me practice. It seems simple, but to get it just right is not always easy. So anyway, here we are here. We're going to dump our broccoli in that was already steamed. And this is a California blend. Gonna dump that in too. The more vegetables, the healthier it is, and it stretches the meal, as does the rice. So if you're budget conscious too, you're wanting to eat healthy on a budget and have your whole family eating healthy, this is the way to do it. Add some fillers, but add healthy fillers. So we're gonna just mix that all in there. And then all I'm gonna do is take these coconut aminos. They taste just like soy sauce, but it's so much better for you than soy sauce. We're gonna add this right in there. And you know what, I lied, I can't eat this. It is not Whole30 approved. There may be some coconut aminos that are. This one has a little bit of added sugar, so this is a no-go for me, so I won't be eating this tonight. But normally I would. In fact, one of my favorite, all-time favorite meals, and my kids will eat it too, and my husband likes it too, is egg roll in a bowl. And I will link that below, so be sure to watch that next because it is by far one of my favorite things to eat. I would eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's that good. And it's low carb, and it's healthy, and it's easy, and you can make it in batches so that you have like meal prep ready to go. It's really good. Definitely check that out next. But I am not measuring. I probably put about 1.5 cups in here. Now, that might be a little much, but it's also going on top of rice. So I want it to kind of, you know, add some moisture to the rice. You could probably do less. Also, if I had some fish sauce right now, I'd add a few drops of that. It really does add that umami to your food. But I don't have it. I'm all out. That's how much we use it. But anyway, that's it. That's all you do. Let me get in here close. There it is. I think I'm going to turn the light down a little bit so you can see maybe better. I don't know. But, oh my gosh. It's so, so good. And we just put that right on top of the rice. And any leftovers make an excellent lunch. Even to pack in like a meal prep container. You can send it with your husband. He can nuke it up at work, whatever. You can take it to work, nuke it up when you're at work. And that's it. Okay, so thank you guys for watching my video. Let me know if you make this. Tell me below in the comments. Or if you adjust the recipe and you do something you like even better, let me know. Also, don't forget to check out that egg roll in a bowl recipe. I guarantee you it's going to be one of your favorites. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and I will talk to you later. Bye.